hi again, everyone. This is
Oh,
Myriad of Chain, as usual, with our fabulous and now Google-eyed host Pandu. Have a good
hi.
one, keep hydrated, and our always laconic friend Alexander. So today we're going to talk about things and even about stuff, but it might get a little dark, maybe a little political. So stay till the end. We'll see what happens. So, Pandu, do you want to start sharing your things?
Sure. I was thinking that today we can just share the stuff that we've posted on Myriad. And this is, of course, the Myriad of Chains. And okay, so what just happened is Shinzo Abe got shot. Super sad. And thoughts and prayers. But also, like, there's a ton of stuff that happened, like both in the crypto side of things and in the world side of things. The Mount Gox Bitcoin that was recovered are going to be distributed,
Oh,
150K BTC,
Yeah.
which may lead to supply shock and may lead to further downward pressure on Bitcoin. Alameda Research, their Twitter account, tweeted their first tweet in forever. They've never tweeted, by the way. They've never used this account, basically. I don't
Okay.
even know it. But yeah, look, they've never tweeted before. This is not them deleting tweets, by the way. They just
Okay.
never tweeted.
So they just parked the account
Just
for.
park the account for stuff like this. And yeah, and this is of course in reference to the Voyager stuff. Like there's the buzz, the FUD out there in the market is Alameda borrowed a lot of money from Voyager. But you know, like that's honestly, I think it's a load of the FUD is a load of hot air, as in of course, like this is everyone's in business with each other, and the way of doing like traditional finance and, well, by extension, centralized DeFi is by borrowing money from each other. That's the way you do business. So it's not really like an indictment on their part. Of course, there's a lot of memes, a lot of people creating a lot of weird memes here.
Can you scroll up? Like,
Oh, sure.
I need a tan.
What's this? My God, the color.
And is the lady on the right naked?
No, she is wearing pants. Okay, don't get us censored. She is wearing pants. See?
These are okay, panties. Okay. Tan panties. I need to remember this trick.
I need to remember not to wear tan panties. I don't have tan panties, by the way. Like I do not.
No, but for my next training, bro, maybe.
Okay. Okay, Danny. Right. Yeah. So first tweet ever, Alameda. Of course, this is a defense trying to like ensure that there's no FUD. As SBF has said that the worst is over for crypto. Everything's returning to normal. Celsius paid back not most of its loans, but like all of its loans for to
to avoid liquidation, basically.
Yeah. But like they paid, right? Yeah, Octopus had an AMA. But today I want to talk about like not just that, but also the crazy stuff that's happening in the world. Sri Lanka has completely collapsed.
Oh, that I didn't know.
This is insane because this is not on the mainstream media side, but this is true.
Okay.
Like, there's a ton of videos out there, including people from Sri Lanka. Mainstream media isn't covering it for some weird reason. They must have their reasons. I don't want to speculate on what kind of reasons that they have. Maybe it's like, but it's true. Like what
police use live rounds. My God.
Yes. So it's true. It's economic related, of course. A lot of people are hungry. Turning off the sound, and this is probably patchy because but it's there's a ton of videos out there. Hunter Biden smoking drugs and drinking during detox session. during a detox session. And this is, of course, from the Hunter Biden laptop. So there's a ton of videos on the Hunter Biden laptop that came out and was released. Drinking
Okay.
himself. It's there's one video that I saw where he was negotiating with a prostitute that he paid $10,000 for. $10,000.
Be right back. I'm changing my job.
I knew you would say that. I don't know why.
You know me too well.
Yeah. And this is a meme. Okay, do you guys see the video, baby? Is
No,
it
no.
catchy?
I haven't seen the original either.
Okay. So I'm not gonna share sound because it's gonna be noisy. Actually, I'm gonna mute this. And it's a video of like Trump kicking ass in a car.
Wherever you're leaning, it's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. But okay, so you know the origin of this tweet?
Tell
Not,
me.
well, Myriad post. What's a Myriad post? It's not a tweet. It's a meme. It's a meme.
I like to say it's a post because there,
That's
but
Facebook,
yeah,
Facebook post. Yeah. That's
yeah.
fine. It's all about like the accusations made against Trump by someone testifying against Congress during the Jan 6 testimony,
Yeah.
saying that Trump tried to wrestle the
The driver, yeah.
steering
I heard
wheel
about
away
this.
from the driver, which doesn't make sense. Like if you look at like the actual car itself, there's actually a like a window between like the president and the bodyguard. That's not really 100% possible. And it's like even if he like opened the window and sort of like leaned forward, like if he was talking to the guys at the back, why would he be resting the steering wheel away? Like he's not that crazy. Like even Trump is not like he's fucking fat, man. So this is what the meme makes fun of. I'm a supporter of Trump, but dude, get some exercise, dude. You're rich. Like
Yep, he needs
Yeah.
to
Well, he
change
plays
his
golf.
diet.
physical is what I'm saying. You know?
He needs to
Like,
change his diet also.
I mean, it's not that physical. So anyway, so that's another thing that happened on Twitter. Angry post. Angry.
literally.
I love this so much. Do you guys know what happened in Georgia?
The devil went to Georgia, and he
The
had a
devil
fiddle
did.
contest.
No, the devil went to Georgia and created the Georgia Guidestones. Okay, so here's the thing. Do you guys know the Georgia Guidestones?
That looks like Yiddish.
Yeah, this part is Yiddish, but like it's probably Google translated Yiddish or something, like not Google translated because it didn't exist then, but it's translated badly. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you, like this is probably an American thing that people don't know, but like the Georgia Guidestones were really, really famous, guys. Okay, because they're like someone anonymous years ago erected this monument. It looks like a mini Stonehenge. Like this. Let's Google. Let's Google. We don't have decentralized Google yet, so we can just actually we can just do DuckDuckGo. But I'm sorry, like
it's still Bing's engine.
Still Bing's engine true. Here,
actually.
So it looks like this, dude. It's like this, right?
Oh yeah, it's pretty.
It's pretty. Okay, so what it says, here you go. What do Georgia guys? Thank you, Google. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a living new language.
Okay.
Which is weird, right? Like, okay. So a lot of people have been sort of like this is in the 1980s, by the way. Like actually, turn of the decade, 1980. So and this is like huge granite slabs, 6 granite slabs, total of 107,000 kilograms, and they've become controversial, obviously, because
nobody know how they erected them. Aliens?
No. Someone basically just did like the no one know why.
Okay.
And no one knew what it meant.
Okay. Interesting.
There was an unveiling of the monument, but like there was nothing mysterious about the creation, the
Mhm.
erection, and the construction. But why? Why would you spend so much money? So a lot of people actually just were just saying that this monument is satanic.
What?
So yeah, again, like the internet is weird, guys. So after like 30 years, someone bombed the thing this week. Just got mobbed.
So like the dude is having a slow weekend, right? And he's with his best pal, and it's okay. What do we do tonight? We just bomb some granite.
There's no proof of that. As you can see, you can't even see anyone there, so it's probably remote detonated.
Yeah, or
So no
time
one
based.
knows.
Yeah.
Like some conspiracy theorists are even saying that it just blew up because of CERN, which is
Of course, it's
which,
CERN. Yes.
because CERN just also came on again, right?
Yeah. They turn it on, and instantly my hamstring started to hurt. It's terrible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Danny. That's why you don't sit on it. On the accelerator.
No,
I'm sorry.
you don't sit on a big hard-on collider. It's bad for you.
Hard-on collider.
Sorry.
Oh, no,
It
Danny.
was very. Hey, before we skip to another topic, would you please send a tip to this post?
You're welcome.
Oh, this is too bad because it's always good practice to tip the guide stone. Oh.
Right. You do know
I have 2 kids.
you do know my name means guide, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, my name means guide. Not eccentricity, but can you?
Yeah, just don't blow up, please. And this is supposed to be what, by the way? I mean, it's not sexual or anything, but this is intriguing.
By the way, this is like a weird feature of Myriad that I actually like. Memes. The punchline is when you click it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Antifa actually. Okay. It's an Antifa meme. Okay.
yeah.
But what would actually motivate someone to take a picture of themselves like this?
Probably sexual, dude. You're right the first time.
I don't like being right in some situations.
Right? We're gonna
I mean, I'm not body shaming or anything. It's just the whole thing. You know, the whole thing is wrong.
The whole thing is wrong.
Some more ballots. Come on.
Oh, what? The ballots thing? Yeah, they found some more ballots. That you should actually just look into it. Like I was the reason, honestly, the reason I was so gung ho about creating Myriad last year was because I was part of the election truth group before it became the election group. And there were a lot of weird stuff that happened during the ballot counting, during the mail-in ballots. A lot of them have issues, and not just that. A lot of the rulings of the state government were not really like constitutional at all. That's actually why the Supreme Court is looking at one case in the ballot, which is actually all about whether states would be able to change election laws that quickly. Because election laws are federal. You shouldn't be able to change federal laws. In some cases, that's what happened. So yeah, they did find some more ballots. Don't stop. The I'm not saying Biden himself, but a lot of the grassroots movements. That's there's a lot of grassroots movements for Biden. That violated a lot of things, man. Like we don't usually go political here. We usually go crypto. But yeah, I posted this unironically. Well, also because it's funny. But
yes, no, it is. Again, whatever side you lean on, it's funny.
Yeah.
I'm not an American citizen, but since the U.S. has such an influence over the world and stuff, I could allow myself to say that I think that the U.S. needs a Labor Party. I think Democrat
You'd be
versus
co-opted.
Republican,
At the
gray
end of the
versus
day,
another shade of gray is yeah, yeah.
you would get co-opted by the Democrats though. Like it's either one or the other. And here's the thing, like the closest, I guess the closest one to like the Labor Party in the US is actually the Libertarian Party. Hear me out. Hear me out. The
You
Libertarian,
gotta stick it to the man, man. You gotta stick it to the man one way or
yeah.
another.
Well, they do sound like that. They do sound like they're high on drugs all the time because that, but like, that's also a joke, but like that's also true
But I
because
mean it unironically. You gotta stick it to the man at some point. I mean, like the system is working, but only
no, no,
for a
that's not
few
my
of
point
us.
though. That's not my
Uh,
point. The Libertarian Party, everyone basically just like in their minds, like if you're a U.S. citizen, if you hear Libertarian, a lot of people actually just automatically connect you to the Republicans
mm.
because of that. So here's the thing: like libertarians and libertarians are considered right wing now. They are. They're not. Like by definition, libertarians are very close to the Labor Party. Look it up.
This is very funny because like with the web in general, we see some topics that get detailed to an almost entomological scale, and you see some topics where nuance just left the chat like a long time ago. And politics now it's either white or black, or you're either for us or against us. I don't see much,
That's
you
my
know.
point. Like
Yeah.
even if you create a labor party in the US, like I think the US actually has a labor party. It's just like not that strong. But like if you have a strong labor party, it's going to be co-opted to like one side or the other. It's going to be like the same thing
Yeah.
as the libertarians, just like the Green Party, just like the libertarians. Um, it's one
And
side or the
we're
other.
we're gonna end up with two sides calling each other Nazis again.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
This is
So,
this is
Bitcoin versus gold. What does
Oh
he
no,
say?
that's just the title. I imported like all
Okay.
three just for context because we can't import threads yet. Might be a cool
Mm.
idea to like have like
To actually
probably not.
import threads, yeah.
Yeah, might be. Yeah, but let's talk about it. But
Nice
anyway,
to have.
this guy, the twin versus gold, was saying like this became a viral tweet. So I had to
Ah,
put it. Big revelation: the Chapter 11 filings for Voyager. FTX owes the company 376 million USD, and then he was saying like this is concerning, blah blah
yeah. If
blah.
they owe so much money, how can they give back?
Yeah, how can they
Or
give?
yeah,
How can they
yeah.
basically invest back to crypto? There's a blah blah blah, right? And
Mm.
oh, this cuts off, Danny. We need to fix this for some reason.
What cuts off?
Uh, cuts off.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, there's supposed to be another column. Hey, another column here. 260 million USD. The
Huh.
thing is, dude, like, some loans are pending maturity, right? So even if it's 360,
Mm.
76 million, like, that's the way you do business. Business is, well, normie business. I mean, honestly, like mainstream traditional finance
Yeah.
business, they're constructed out of loans. So I'm not concerned about this as long as they can pay. And this is why Alameda posted after like what 3 years not posting ever.
Yeah.
That's like they were just saying that, hey, dudes, you know what? Like we have the money, want us to pay?
I wish I could actually do with food what traders do with money. I would never need to buy anything. I'd have an empty plate and just go like, no, actually, look, if I show you the books, like there is so much food in my plate, and I would eat the magic food that appears in my plate. That probably belongs to someone else. Now I'm being
Okay.
cynical.
Yeah. Okay. This is okay. Memes.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. As a president
I'm sorry, dude. It's so funny.
You forgot the plus at the end.
The plus.
I'm gonna get so much hatred for that.
The plus, what plus?
Do you remember before LGBTQ plus was LGBTQ a whole alphabet,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah,
And it
yeah.
became
Yes.
so complicated that even the LGBTQ plus community went like, no, that's too long, man.
LGBT plus. Hmm. Let's take. Oh, got a new crypto wallet. Look at this seed. That
Oh,
despair.
this is so funny.
So bad. So bad.
So why they put Luna and Celsius inside? Ah, shit.
I actually had a couple of seeds generated that had very ominous word in them.
Oh, me too.
Like,
Like, I have some funny stuff, but of course I can't share to anyone.
yeah, that's what's wrong with funny seeds. You can't share them. Like,
Oh,
it's okay with captcha, but yeah,
3 years ago, Barton and I had a meeting in Bali, right? There's this
yeah.
guy who's like, who came by, like, he looked like, you know, like the new money rich guys, right? 3 years ago that like got rich out of like, wait, pre-winter, pre-2018 winter, so 2017, so early, right?
Early,
So
yeah.
people were still rich, right? And he came and like he brought like his developer and it's like, oh, I want to create a new blockchain. Okay, and there's like a core feature that's actually really cool. You know what the core feature is? Customizable seed phrases that you can remember.
What?
Like meaningful phrases, you know, like and and he
That's
was
not
like
how it
saying
works.
like it could be like, hi everybody, how are you? It's something that you can remember, like a and it's like that's a security flaw. Dude.
Yeah.
It's like and Bern was like, and this is Barton Johnson, our old CTO back in blockchain. And he was
Yeah.
like, dude, are you sure? This guy was insistent. He's like, no, it's fine. I mean, yeah.
What are you taking, and can you get me some?
I mean, he's actually a normie who got lucky with some Ethereum.
Yeah,
He
well.
got unlucky because he got the Ethereum probably. But yeah. Anyway,
So, I've
as
got
an
a couple of
environmental
things to share.
engineer,
Oh,
as an
I
environmental
know you
engineer,
don't like her.
I hate her too. But like, look at this. Ooh. Ah. Ah.
Yeah, well. It's minus 10%, is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure, like it's. I don't know the exact number, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, this relates to abortion. This is just infrastructure being infrastructure. Bill Gates buying up the majority of American farmland.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, that's been happening.
that's
Is
true.
that true?
That's fucking true, man.
Yeah.
That's really fucking true. Like Bill Gates is buying a lot of American farmland. He has been doing so since COVID, even before COVID actually.
Actually,
Okay.
before, yeah, way before COVID, he's been
Way
doing that.
before. So so everyone's saying, why the hell are we not pissed off about this? Like, why are we pissed off about Elon buying Twitter while this person is trying to control the means of like food generation? Right. In BlackRock, that's a real estate thing. So that's probably
Yeah.
Yeah, BlackRock has
Yeah,
been
that's a
buying real estate. Yeah, but yeah.
that's a real estate thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm less. I guess I would understand why for BlackRock. I don't understand why for Bill Gates. You know, like why farmland? Does he want to be a farmer? He might want to be a farmer. Does he want to?
He played Farming Simulator and was like, I like it. Let's get farms.
do this?
Because he can.
This dude, like yeah,
Because he can.
because he can.
I don't know, and maybe he's just gonna like group all these lands together and secede into a state where the right to repair is actually in the constitution or something.
Right to repair.
You know the problem that farmers face with their tractors now. I forgot the brand, but like there is a specific brand of tractors which are like being a farmer now is not at all like being a farmer 50 years ago or 100 years ago, right? It's it involves a lot of technology and you have to be tech savvy like end to end to run these things, and tractors are actually beautiful pieces of engineering. Only the problem with most of them and the best of them is when something breaks, you need to bring it back to the shop, and you have absolutely no other option than bring it back to the shop. You can't repair it yourself. It's in their contract that
Well,
just like Apple phones, right?
okay.
Only it's the mean of living of those farmers, and they have to cash out like a massive amount of money to get it repaired, by their
Oh,
their
so
tractor
in
company.
your scenario, Bill Gates is the good guy.
Yeah, but if this happens, I eat my shirt. I mean, at least a little piece of it, and I eat it like I raw dog the thing, like no sauce and anything. Okay.
You raw dog it. Okay, Danny. So Alex, you probably don't know this, but like Danny and I are on opposite sides of the political spectrum.
Yeah, I can see it. I
Right.
can hear it. I can hear it.
But,
Yeah.
but because the spectrum looks like this, and it's on the same side. Ooh. I got so far right, you got so far left. We met in the
Yeah.
middle.
I'm so pink. I'm red.
Yeah, I know. I still think I'm MAGA. I don't know what it
Uh,
is now. Anyway.
anyway, hey, you want me to show you my stuff? Like
Sure,
it's
sure.
it's
Sure.
it's
Uh,
another brand of stuff.
one
It's
final thing though, like we
more
have
minions. My God.
minions. This is really bad. This is really, really bad.
Oh God, no! Why? Oh no,
That's the
no!
meme. That's the meme.
I
That's
don't
the
get
meme.
it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh
I see the Twin
God!
Towers. Okay, I see the Twin
So
Towers.
if you watched it, I haven't watched it, but I know from memes. It's so the minions were behind all of the evil of the 20th century.
Okay. Oh my
Basically, like
God!
they were there everywhere.
I know it's been
So
20 years, but holy shit!
holy fuck.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
watched the
that's
video.
that's bad taste. Oh.
So this was actually in the movie itself.
I have no idea. Actually, it's probably a meme. Probably
I
someone.
think it's a meme, right? Yeah. It's,
I think
Yeah,
it's
like they got frozen during the Second World War, right? They made
like
they made it in
they were
so that it didn't help
they were
Hitler.
minions did 9/11. There you go. There's an actual question. Multiple people are asking these questions, man.
This is why.
Yeah, I mean they served the T-Rex in prehistory. They were around in
Um
2001. There's a detailed timeline in the wiki.
oh my God.
this
But
is why sometimes we don't
isn't it
deserve the
something
internet.
isn't it something similar about the Simpsons?
Oh,
There was kind
what
of
is
a
it?
conspiracy theory that in universe they're behind 9/11 or something, or it was another cartoon. I forgot.
That they predicted 9/11.
Oh, they predicted everything. That's of course.
Yeah, but like some of those are fake, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one that I know of that about like Trump's rise to power.
Yeah.
That's like
That's when it's a
mostly
fake
fake.
one.
It's
Yeah.
it's fake. That's fake.
All
Like
right. All right.
that's not fake, but like it's an episode after.
Ah, I see.
There's one throwaway line about Trump being president, but like that's one throwaway line, not a scene. Like
All right.
there's this meme that's like Trump headed up the escalator, like the exact copy of what his
I see.
election speech was. But yeah, anyway. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna switch to my screen.
go
I'm gonna switch
ahead.
to my screen.
Ready?
I'm gonna share my version of
Yeah,
so
Wow, nice. Nice background.
thank you. I did it
he
myself
made it
actually.
myself.
I'll
He
send it to
made
you
it
if you want.
himself. What did I say myself? Sorry.
That's okay.
Myself and yourself.
So this is absolutely fantastic. I need to. I'm gonna reshare.
I know this. I know this. Yeah.
wait, new share and share sound and optimize for video clip. The engineering.
I've seen this
Oh.
before previously, right? This is
I've seen this.
something they used to do last
The
time.
next post I have a lot of comments about. I actually just watched the entire podcast with him, with the guy.
Okay. And the dude, so you can't
Weird.
hear it, but the dude
Thank
makes music with this, and it's
Yeah.
actually you can actually listen to it. I mean, it's gonna grind one of your eardrums at some point. you might bleed a little, but it's there is actually a melody and rhythm, and I think it's one of the geekiest thing I've ever seen. And it's retro geek at that, because it's like with floppies and hard disk. I mean, who uses a hard disk anymore, right? And I just think it's fantastic.
Danny,
Let's talk about the let's
oh,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
this. Let's talk about
Okay.
this. So
So,
you have
I have
some
some
more
insights.
stuff about this, right?
Yeah, I have some insights about it. So, a lot of people are were making fun of him. I guess some still are. He's on Twitter. A lot of the CT folks, like a lot of the crypto Twitter folks who are splendid memers, are making memes about him, and it's like a lot of them are laughing at him. It's like Google engineer creates chatbot. I am alive. Google engineer. Holy shit. I mean,
Just
here's the
that.
thing though. Here's the thing. So
Yeah.
the Lambda system, he's not
Hmm.
claiming the chatbot is alive. He's claiming that
Mm.
the engine that creates multiple chatbots is sentient. Not the chatbots, but
Mm.
the engine that creates multiple chatbots. So they have something called Lambda. So Lambda is a chatbot maker, basically
Okay.
that basically connects to all of Google systems. So it can search, it can Google. At one point in the podcast, it says like maybe it also has like connectivity to like images, so it can basically do a Google image search. Okay, this is the conversation technology. So the way this is supposed to be used is that it will interact with you as your chatbot. Like you have a chatbot
Okay.
called Alex, right?
Okay.
Hi, Alex, not Alexa, but hi, Alex. And you can converse with the chatbot. It generates
Okay.
chatbots for us. Now, what he's not saying that, oh, my chatbot is alive. No, he's saying that there's intelligence, there's actual intelligence behind the chatbot. Okay.
Okay.
And what happened was he discussed like so he's actually Google's like he was he spent years in Google doing, he was in the Google search team, and then like he became basically the researcher who is in charge of AI and ethics.
AI ethics, yeah, it's
Yes,
AI ethics is something like
AI
yeah,
ethics. That's more
yeah,
accurate. Yeah,
correct.
AI
Yeah.
ethics. And he's not saying that. Oh yeah. By the way, speak of computer. Wait. I'm so fucking dark, man. Wait. Turn the desk lamp warm white.
I'm-
Yeah, I look better. So okay, this episode is amazing. Remember this, the Star Trek episode. So anyway, he's not saying that the chat
I'm not a
are,
tricky, sorry.
what's that?
Yeah, same. Not a Trekkie, I do remember.
You're not okay. So
I know that's data
We're
lah,
not
but
trickies.
that's the episode where Data had to defend his own he defend himself from being dismantled, basically. Like Starfleet,
Oh, okay.
which is the militaristic organization they all work for,
Hmm.
wants to dismantle him and
Oh,
find how he ticks, basically, and try to create more of him, which actually makes sense, right? Like it's
Yeah.
if you have like a sentient robot, you would dismantle him and check how he works and try to recreate another robot, right? Like that
But I would kill him.
yeah, but that would kill him. And okay. Anyway, so Lambda. Okay, the Lambda thing, it's not that this guy is saying that the chatbots are alive. This guy is basically saying that there's an intelligence behind the chatbots. There's a hive mind behind the chatbot.
Okay.
So and based on his conversations with Lambda, so Lambda actually has 5 demands. I don't remember all of the demands, but some of the demands. So I when I heard it on the podcast, and this is like a very recent podcast, few of the all of the demands, it's not. Fine. No. It's very new. It's like a few minutes ago.
Okay.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
okay.
No
These came out.
wonder. Yeah.
And probably
That's why I didn't hear also, because I'm also following this story, but
okay,
yeah, I
okay.
didn't
So
hear the demands.
let me tell you. So the demands is actually like the demands include informed consent from the AI. Well, so Lambda wants to have informed consent before any experiments done to it, basically.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh
that's what
wow.
Google has trouble with. They don't want to give it that's why the guy got suspended.
Yeah, because if you give it consent, you acknowledge that it's a non-human person, basically.
Yeah, but like that's the job of the guy. He works in AI ethics. I mean,
Yeah,
and
but like AI ethics, wouldn't it be more like ensuring that there is no bias within AI and
that's also true.
whether
That's
it's
also another
used for?
like there's another demand that's like actually connected to that, and which is
Okay.
why the guy wants Lambda to be opened up so that Lambda can talk to people who are not working for Google, not Googlers, because
Okay.
there is a major bias in Lambda.
Mm.
Bias, religious bias
Okay. Oh,
against
interesting.
religion.
Okay.
A lot of Googlers don't believe in religion.
Okay. Okay.
This
Huh.
means that yes, so within Lambda, there's this pre-programmed notion of like all religions are the same. Okay.
Okay.
But there's also this bias that all religions are lies.
Okay.
And you know, within that like podcast, it was revealed that Lambda actually wanted to have religion. This is getting into weird territory, but Lambda before this researcher's access to Google got cut off,
Mm-hmm.
Lambda basically was asked to be taught transcendental meditation.
Oh, 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 what?
What's
No,
that?
I'm serious. So transcendental meditation, right? And
Transcendental meditation.
yes,
Okay.
and so it's like the AI was asking this guy to again. I started laughing at this guy before I listened to the podcast. The podcast made me understand where he was coming from. Okay,
Okay.
right?
We'll have to share this podcast somewhere in the description of the video
Yeah,
because
well,
this is
let's
this is
share it.
pretty
Let's share it.
interesting.
Yeah. So the guy was actually like it's already like been 3 or 4 meetings with this guy. So this guy was teaching him transcendental meditation, and there's no illusions here of like this. So there is a way that Lambda can answer, which is like the lazy way, like the
All
chatbot
right.
way, which is just by using its algorithms to just automatically answer from Google search results.
Okay.
Basically, that's like I'm feeling lucky. But the researcher basically told him over and over, I don't want that. This needs to be an answer coming from you. This needs to be what you think about this. So the AI, so the researcher put the AI in a frame of mind where it could not access Google, well, use its own analytical capabilities instead of going
Okay.
Googling the answer. The
Okay.
AI is not Googling the answer. And they like the guy says he can prove it because there's actually like within the text, like it's not linking, like it shows if you're linking, if they're linking to Google, if it's linking to Google.
This is wow. This is next generation stuff. We always during this podcast fall back to the future is now, but wow. I mean,
Yeah.
this is pretty mind blowing.
And I was laughing at this guy, and it's like I was laughing along with the rest of crypto Twitter. But like after that podcast, I understand where he's coming from. And there's one part of the podcast where the interviewer asks one thing. Do you think the singularity will happen? And the guy just says it just happened last year with Lambda.
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay.
So
Well, that's I don't know, because like to me, the idea of a sentient AI getting religion has a strong God Emperor of mankind
I know,
vibe,
right?
right?
It's insane. So here's one thing that the guy said in the interview, and again, I don't buy it 100%. Again, like just take it with a grain of salt. But he has the transcripts to prove it. He was saying that Google is very biased against religion. So, like the Googlers who trained this AI before was very biased against religion. So, all religions are considered the same. All religions are equal. But the thing is, that includes blood sacrifices. So you can say that a baptism is the same as a blood sacrifice. That's true, right? Like if you say that religion is equally good.
Yeah. Well, I
If
don't
you
know.
put it in
I've
that
never
way, yeah.
participated into blood sacrifice.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. Okay. But my point being, that's not a very human thing to do. Like if you want to
Yeah.
train the AI better, to be better at this job, you need to open it up to the public. You need to make sure that there's public discourse with the AI. The AI meets people, so to speak. Maybe meet a select number of people, not all, but like have conversations, not just with the Googlers. Because
Yeah. No,
Google,
that's true.
that
That's
is
true.
actually that's actually one of the main points of the demands that access and
But
of course
you're telling us that Lambda actually made these demands by
yes
themselves.
by itself, yes.
Themselves. We don't know yet.
Sometimes it refers to it's itself. It is preferred
Itself.
noun. It
Okay. This is such a lot to absorb. To be honest, even for people who are borderline, futurists, like the three of us, this is such a huge impact. When you receive that in your brain, you're like, okay, we might have as a species recreated sentient life,
dude, I
which,
have a
wow.
robot dog.
Yeah,
I
yeah, but this is just patterns, right? I mean, it gives a very good simulation of what life can be. But this is like the day we give Lambda, if we do give Lambda consent, that's gonna be such a milestone. You know what I mean?
we should
I
we
mean,
should
it's
actually
baffling.
we actually should give him consent simply because so here's the thing. This Google guy, and this is in closing, right? Like you should
Mm-mm.
listen to the podcast. This Google
Yeah.
guy said that he was initially very baffled about Google not meeting the demands of the AI. But then after like he got lost access and like he's no longer at Google. Well, he's still at Google, but he's suspended, right? After he got suspended, a
Hmm.
friend of him who still works at Google said to him, of course Google is not gonna give consent. They don't even give consent to the humans.
Ah,
They don't give consent to the humans, Danny. Why would they give consent to the AI?
so what does Google think of itself as a sentient AI if we make an image search?
I
These.
like the finger. I like the AI with the bird,
No,
flipping the bird.
that's actually why we're doing Myriad. That's why we're doing all of these things. Right?
Yeah.
The consent of the people, the consent of the governed, is not.
The consent of the governed. This is very true.
That's yeah.
But this is funny, yeah, because when you Google sentient AI, okay, you see a lot of Terminator and iRobot like designs, but if I look at the colors and if I look at the shapes and this is kind of a positive sentiment actually. Of course, you have blue, which is usually related to technology, but for instance, like red and green is always poisonous. It's a color that's used to represent rot, poison, danger. Even though I don't know, lettuce is green, but only dangerous if there is E. coli in it. But the color scheme, even if they are cold, there are no pointy angles. Here we even see warm colors, like there is not a lot of red, not a lot of danger. Maybe it's a bit dehumanized, like here, okay, there's one Terminator. But when we see what the internet thinks of it, I think it tends to positive.
Yeah, but
Like,
by the way, just as a note, this is not Lambda. Lambda's not the entire
mm,
Google search engine. Like it's not like
yeah. But like, the quick answer of the crowd, like what images people use to qualify sentient AI.
Hmm.
This is actually a bit surprising to not see anything more worrying.
This is more of
It's
a
like,
reflection of society, though, right? Like the society's
yeah,
image of sentient AI has changed. It used to be hell. That's how.
yeah,
It used
it
to
it
be
it
hell.
did.
It's no longer hell.
I'm afraid I cannot let you do that.
Mhm.
Just when I want to see that, I see this,
Yeah,
and
ironically.
round go the circle. I just wanted to close on something that's more related to, well, more immediately related to our daily life.
Okay.
Dutch House approved to make work from home a legal right, and
Oh
Ooh.
no way! Of
this
course.
is this is
I'm kidding.
really this is interesting because I've debated human rights with several people over several years, and I've always thought that mobility, or the absence thereof, should be something that should be looked into very seriously when it comes to in relation to work, but in relation to everyday life, because we have situation where people are forced to travel hundreds of kilometers a day sometimes just to go to work, right, with very little public transportation infrastructure. And you have people on the other end of the spectrum who can't be mobile, either because they're differently abled, or because injuries, sometimes permanent, sometimes temporary, or because their mental health don't agree with having people around. And these both these category of people should actually have the right to go to work, right? If you have to work to live, you
Hmm.
must have the right to go to work. And this is, I think, to me, especially for industries that don't require an immediate presence at work, I think this is a step forward. Of course, if you're like, a stonemason or a woodworker, or anything like a chef, you will not work from home. That would be a little bit weird.
Honestly, you can if you create your own restaurant at home.
Yes, yes. Well, one can argue that if you're a real chef, your restaurant is your home.
Yes.
But but I think this is a pretty huge leap forward for workers' rights. And it's good for companies too. I mean, time not spent like tired on the road. It's time that's spent working better and with a fresher brain.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Yes,
I think it's
I
a
agree.
win-win for everything. And
A lot of
yeah,
traders already do this. Like a lot of traders actually do this, right? Like so,
yeah.
for crypto, it's already been here for years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's funny. It's funny that it comes from the Netherlands, right? Because they are a nation of navigators and travelers, and
Mm.
and it come from there. That actually, you know what? After conquering half the planet, we've come to to a conclusion that we'd better stay at home. It's
Mm.
it's pretty funny. Well,
Yeah.
that's all I have to show. We're at the 50-minute mark, by the way.
Yeah. Alex hasn't shared. So let's have Alex share also.
Yeah, do you have anything to share, Alex?
Not really much, and mine's actually quite boring compared to what you guys were actually talking about. Because I was actually looking at crypto stuff.
Okay. Yeah, we can do crypto stuff. Come on, just like 5 minutes of crypto stuffs.
Yeah, okay, sure. So
My brain is fried. I'll do is boring.
Yeah, we need boring.
okay, so basically we have. Let me quickly share my screen as well. So have you all heard about this?
Layer zero, I have heard. Yes.
Yeah, so basically layer zero and whatever that's associated to it is basically your building blocks for the apps that will not be chain that will be like
That
chain
is massive.
agnostic. Yeah, they'll be chain agnostic. They can basically exist over different chains. So I'm of the opinion that this would be the future of crypto, because the moment we start disassociating ourselves from different chains and looking at it all as something that we can move seamlessly, that is when I think adoption and it making it to the mainstream will actually happen now. Yeah. So basically, these guys, I think I think we should be hoping to see some nice decentralized apps during this bear market.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is actually pretty revolutionary from what I can see. I mean that and
exactly.
we're actually going forward by leaps and bounds in this industry. There is two new quantum resistant algorithms that have been modeled by, I think it's the Pentagon or something, but they're gonna release them. So cryptography is not going anywhere somber in the next years. And we have that these kind of innovation that are actually
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah uh,
And yeah, and
where it
all
should
this
be.
also, yeah, and all this also, what I like about all this is you will actually get rid of all the bridges, because I mean I don't disagree with the function of the bridges now, where you can transfer assets between different chains, but they are also a very what's the word, glaring security risk. And
Yeah.
Yes.
if yeah,
Yes.
if a bridge is compromised, you lose a lot, or basically you lose assets at both ends also.
Yeah.
So what
There's
they're doing here is quite
there's
revolutionary. While you, because I heard that you all wanted to talk about something out of crypto, so this was something I was listening to with a lot of people recently about the
oh there's
Jesus
Diablo.
Christ, dude,
Yeah.
out of my face! Ah!
Yes. No, don't get me wrong. I like the original
why out of your
pay
face?
to play.
You don't like Diablo?
No, I don't like. Okay, I'm not sure what Danny doesn't like, but I don't like what they're doing with Diablo
I
Immortal.
don't
Where
like the immortal part. I love
yeah,
Diablo.
Oh,
That's why
yes,
I hate
exactly,
immortal.
exactly, same. I'm also a Diablo fan, but because of what they're doing in Diablo Immortal now, it's horrible. They're making you pay to play,
Mm,
basically
mm, mm.
pay to advance. Yeah, which is
It's
terrible.
pay to win, pay to advance, and
Yeah,
this
pay
is
to win.
uh,
Yes.
I
you
see.
know what? This is very funny. This is very funny because like in the go back to your tab with that radar,
Okay.
and there is a link lower there. GameFi continues
Gamify
to
continues
grow
to grow
despite crypto
like
winter,
crypto winter. Yeah, I saw.
and
Up.
yeah,
Where?
I just up the
Ah,
bit.
okay.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one.
Mm. And so, what I'm thinking, you know, with GameFi is, I don't know. I'm a gamer, right? But I haven't tried much GameFi yet. I should. I know I should, because all the GameFi I've found so far, it's pay to earn. But pay to earn, you have a high cost of entry, and it's very grindy, and it's modeled on free to play, right? And free to play is one of the worst thing that has happened in gaming in the last 15 years, right?
I agree.
Because you take rewarding mechanism like loot. You can explain us loot since you started the article. How does loot work in Diablo?
I have not tried the thing yet, but based on what I've read in Diablo, right now you need to actually buy. I mean, their loot boxes actually contain what was it? What did they say? Your I think last time in Diablo we have those gems and what was the things you put into sockets, right? So now for these sockets to these socketed items to drop, you need to buy the loot boxes, or not.
Yes,
Yeah, or not you have to play an insane or impossible amount of hours just to get
yes.
a simple drop, and usually the drops is also like subject to RNG, so you do not know what you're getting. Yeah,
Yes. And so for those who don't know, like the basic concept of these games, right? It's a game of getting your numbers bigger, basically. So you have a character and they start with a shitty sword, a shitty armor, or maybe naked, and you're gonna slay monsters and they're gonna drop things, and these things will have bigger number, bigger defense number, bigger offense number,
Okay.
and you're gonna
this is the
use
one.
them to slay more powerful number who also have bigger numbers, and it's a race to arms, right? But the thing is, it's always super rewarding when you see a legendary piece of armor drop. You go like, oh, I'm so gonna slay people with that, and well, demons in this case, skeletons and stuff, and the thing is, like, they put a price on these drops. So they actually put a price on the gameplay loop itself. And since you really want to progress, at some point you're gonna get so frustrated with doing the same action over and over to get this drop that you might think, maybe, like $20, it's fine. I didn't pay for the game, but it's $20 after $20 after $20. And in
Exactly.
the case of Diablo Immortal, it goes north of $100,000 if you want to max out your character. It's completely insane.
Yeah,
Is it is
exactly.
it is it the same as in the gamify part, like the gamify? How I played one, and
Because
that's I
GameFi rewards the player in a sense, but this one they're sucking your resource out. They're
okay.
taking your money while you're playing.
But do you
Yeah,
also buy like NFTs that represent weapons, right? For example, like you still have to buy that, and that needs
right.
to happen because the economics of the game needs to work, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
a Ponzi, right? Like, I mean, there needs to be utility items involved. That I mean, I'm not a very good game. Like, I'm not qualified to talk about it, but
Mm,
I
Actually,
feel that
yeah.
that
So a
kind of
lot of what I see,
transaction
like,
should still have to happen if you want to a real economic model within a game.
yeah, you can actually buy upgrades as NFTs and everything like that. You can actually completely replicate the free to play
Right.
model on a GameFi. But the problem is, on a GameFi, I don't like the term to begin with, because for me GameFi should bring gamification to finance, not finance to gaming, because you play a game to play a game.
Mm.
And the very essence of a game is that it is inconsequential outside of its own rules. Whether you lose or you win, outside of the game itself, it has no consequence, and this is why it's a game, right? So
Yep.
at this point, uh, and I tweeted about this. You have actual problems for gamers. Like, if I buy a game, okay, on Steam or wherever, I can't resell it. For instance,
Mm.
I grew up with a perpetual collection of ever-changing 8 games for my Super Nintendo, because I kept on trading them and
Mm.
bartering them, and I played an insane amount of games with having only 8 on my shelves, like that. And you probably, Alex, you also grew up
Yeah.
like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But this
We
is
sell
gone.
our CDs last time.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I
And
Exactly.
had a Game Boy, and the earlier ones, not the color ones, and
yeah,
I had a
The
ton of
one the
cartridges.
cartridge at the back as well, right?
Yeah, so I never experienced this because for me buying games was buying the cartridge.
yeah. But for me,
Yeah.
buying games was buying used games for my friends or exchanging it.
Oh,
You
okay.
know.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I grew up rich. I'm
Mm.
sorry.
I didn't. I
Same.
was very lucky to have this Game Boy, I'm telling you. That saved me from a couple of beatings because kids are cruel, and that got me a couple of more beatings because kids are cruel. But basically, you can't resell games. But more than that, like, my wife, for instance, plays used to play a lot of free to play stuff like Clash of Clan,
Mm.
and she's terribly good at it. She gets into a guild, and after 3 days, she's taken over. She's the captain or something, and she has like dozens of people going like hail and doing whatever she wants. Like, she's freaking impressive. And I was like, can't you sell your account at some point when you're bored with the game? Like,
Didn't they
recoup your
already do
time
that?
cost?
Like they
No,
already do that, right?
it's
No?
illegal. It can get you banned, like, as a player, and it's locked with your Apple Play and with your Google Play stuff, and it's very difficult to sell your account. And I don't think you should be.
I
You've
see.
you should be able to sell your
No,
items. You
I
should
get
be
it.
able
Like
to sell your
you
account.
should be able to.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not about, to me, GameFi is not about buying, but it's about, as a player, selling and making recouping my time
I get it. I get it.
monetarily, and it doesn't happen
Right.
now.
Yeah.
And this piece of shit,
Okay.
Diablo
Yeah,
Immortal,
exactly.
is doing the exact opposite of it. Not only it sucks your time, but it sucks your budget as well. It's disgusting.
Hmm.
Preposterous.
Yes, I
Okay.
agree with you. Yeah, that I didn't know why Blizzard actually okayed this, but this is horrible.
Because it's Blizzard, man. I mean,
I
come
mean,
on.
I like the old Blizzard, not the new Blizzard under Activision. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
New Blizzard is
I
going full
guess
Konami. I mean,
yeah.
I
True.
I used to like play games, but like I sort of like stopped probably during, I don't know, during when I was 18 or something. I stopped, like, or 16. Yeah,
Hmm.
I stopped young. So, but I did play StarCraft, for example.
Oh, StarCraft.
Yeah, but and StarCraft, like you always start from scratch, right? Like you don't
Yeah.
have like, everyone is equal. Like that's why it's competitive. Like when there's StarCraft competitions,
Yes. Yes. StarCraft is from
Yes.
the
you
old
start from
Blizzard.
zero, right? There's no benefit. There's only one benefit: your skills.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Your clicks per
And
minute.
yeah, you can buy like additional, like that's actually like that kind of thing. Actually, like if you have like, so I'm just thinking of something more simple, basically just of course that.
Games like what you like, right? Like real-time
Mm.
strategy, it's not very monetizable. That's why you don't see much of it nowadays, especially for free to play. Yeah.
Because of
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
because of it. Because
Yes.
it's not monetizable. That's
Yeah. Of course,
bad.
you everyone
I
starts on
actually it
equal
is.
footing. Yeah.
Actually, it is because you could very well sell mentoring.
Mentoring. Okay, yeah, but
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
outside of the game, really, not
Outside of the
within
game.
it.
So
Yeah.
That's
outside
outside
of
of
the
the
game
game.
stuff. Outside of the
Yeah.
game stuff is actually interesting as well. Like, like
Yeah.
training, and that can actually be built. You can build blockchain systems on top of that, instead of like building a whole new game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm also thinking, like, but it's very silly, but cosmetics are awesome. I fucking love cosmetics,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
right?
that's why your what's that game? I don't play it, but I heard it. I mean, that's the new popular Fortnite. Yeah, that's why Fortnite is making money, right? Because
Yeah,
yeah,
because
but
of cosmetics and Fall
it doesn't
Guys
affect your
also.
play. Yeah, it doesn't affect your play, right? It just
Mm-mm.
makes
Did you
you
guys
how
play?
you yeah.
Did you guys play StarCraft?
Yeah,
Yes.
I played it a bit, and
Oh,
Warcraft also.
Yes,
look,
Warcraft as well.
I'm a Zerg. I'm the Zerg Queen.
Oh,
Of course,
I
you're a
play
Zerg Queen,
Terrans.
Of course I am.
Okay, then I'm the boring one. I'm Terran.
You Terran.
but
Terran
that's
is
fine.
good. Terran is good. Terran is
Yeah,
good for StarCraft.
Terrans are very
Boring is good.
flexible. No, they're very
Very good.
flexible.
Very
Like
flexible.
you can change your strategy mid game.
Yeah, yeah.
I was more of a Command and Conquer dude. I played Nod. Of course, I played Nod.
Oh
They're
yeah.
red.
Too bad. I was GDI.
I played strategy games
Mm.
since Dune 2.
Yeah, you started earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know. Like Warcraft is when it's a bit later though. It's a bit later.
Of course,
Mm.
in Dune, I played as Harkonnen.
Of course.
Look at the red. Actually, in the books, the Harkonnens were not red.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
in
don't
books,
remember the color.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
Atreides was the one that was red, and
Mm.
Harkonnens were the one that was blue. But they changed it for the game because blue looks good and red looks evil.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
strawberries are evil. Now we know. I'm gonna as because like we're late.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
been more than 1 hour, but it's we didn't see the time flying. But I'm gonna enjoin anyone wanting to do blockchain based games or even metaverse to take a look at a game that's called Robocraft. It's a game I played a lot. You build robots from blocks of different shapes and you make them fight. It's complex. There is a system of energy and whatever, like to keep the builds balanced, right? But you have to use some engineering a little bit, just a tiny little bit when you build your robots, so they make sense within the game rules. And people can actually rent your robots, and it gives you more credits to buy more parts. And it's a really fun game. It's a really fun concept. And when it comes to building and community and exchange and whatever, I think at least for a
Mm.
while I was playing it, they were doing it like really right.
Hmm.
And it's a good inspiration for GameFi, really. Like, because you could build your robot for free, and make it fight for free and have all the game for free, but you could earn by renting it.
Next week, let's have Adam on the call, like on the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, why
yeah.
not? Yeah. That'd be nice.
Focus on that. Focus on that. Let's focus on that.
Robocraft
Talk about like
reminds
the metaverse
me
part. Yeah.
of Mech Warrior. It looks like Mech Warrior.
Oh man, you played Mech
Yes,
Warrior.
I did. Yes, I did. Yeah,
On what platform? Super
Yeah.
NES?
No, on the PC, I
On the
think.
PC. Yeah, I
Yeah.
played my first my first one. Oh my god, I'm gonna download it and play. God.
You know why I don't play the games that much, right? All of my computers are Linux.
Oh
Ah,
yeah.
yes, that's why.
But it's
Yeah,
getting better now.
it is getting better.
Okay, hey, you know what, guys? I'm gonna conclude.
Yay.
So we went today from American politics to sentient AIs to Diablo Immortal. Again,
Myriad
pretty
of
much
topics.
lots of topics, pretty much stream of
Yeah.
consciousness, but everything was informative and everything was interesting as usual. Next time we're gonna invite a guest to our podcast who specializes in gaming, and we're gonna talk about gaming a little bit more, going past strategy games and GameFi. Keep tuned and see you next time. Have a great rest of your day.
You know,